Your side of the story, Kevin.
I don't remember that. That would have been, yeah, they'd blown it up, and I wanted to tell it. I wanted to be nowhere around that because it hurts. No, I just leave. Guys, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Don't be sorry.
Well, yeah, because I can't.
Let me ask you a
I
question.
can't give you guys what you want, you know?
Kevin, let me ask you a question. You have a necklace around your neck. What is it?
It's a cross. Stainless steel.
Stainless steel cross. What's the meaning of it?
Same thing on this.
Devotion? Devotion to what?
It's a pretty big question. Just faith.
Faith in what?
Faith. Just faith that, just faith for the purpose of faith. Faith in good.
Faith that you'll do right?
Pardon me?
Faith that you will do right? The difference between right and wrong?
Yeah, the only thing needed for evil to succeed is for good men to do nothing.
Okay. Well, here's a chance for you to do something good. To follow your faith. That cross that's on your chest right now, that's covering your heart. This is your chance to do good. And by telling us what happened. You can. Do good. Believe in your faith. Believe in your faith. And do good. Because when you look at all of this stuff right here, you have something to tell me. And that cross wants you to tell me about this. Okay? And the longer that we go back on this whole I can't remember stuff, you're not doing good to your faith. Okay? So you need to be faithful to yourself and to everything.
Kevin, right now, what picture does this paint?
I'm not too smart, guys. I'm skilled with my hands.
I'm going to tell you I'm not smart either, okay? But here's the thing. You have faith to do good.
Scott was killed
That's
Saturday night. You were with Scott Saturday night. Heather was with Scott Saturday night.
no,
The next day, your vehicle was seen going up the Clear Canyon. His body, his dead body, is found the next day. You and Heather, we know you went there. Number one, your cell phone shows us you went there. Number two, we have photos, okay? This is your opportunity to say, hey, I know what this looks like, guys, but you know what? I was in a bad situation. Scott made me do this. Heather made me do this. I didn't have a choice. Yeah, we were together all night. All three of you were there at Heather's house that night. That's not disputable, Kevin.
yeah, we're just because it's not true. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. There's
And Kevin,
no way.
it's true that you drove his car over to the King Soopers parking lot. Okay?
We have you on
Yeah,
camera
I
leaving
don't-
that car.
I don't believe that either, guys.
So you're willing to tell me that you're gonna say, no, I wasn't there, despite the irrefutable evidence that you were at that house.
Yeah, I wasn't at that house.
Kevin, it's not, I know you weren't. And now this is the time for you to explain it. Say, yeah, guys, I know what this looks like, but you know what? I'll tell you what happened there. I was put in a bad situation.
No matter what I say, it doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
Poor guy's dead, you know, if he's a rapist or not. Life will only teach so much of it.
Let me talk about something for a second, okay? So we have all of your cell phones, okay?
Right.
We have Heather and Scott talking beforehand. We have something happening that night, okay? And the next morning, your cell phone and your car going up to the same place where Scott's body was dumped, okay? And burned, okay? And you know that happened, okay? And we know things that were happening last night, okay? You told me in the beginning of this that you were burning stuff. You were burning stuff for this, you were burning weeds, you have the smell on there. Your footprint, your vibrant footprint, boot mark, is in the snow where his body was found and burned. And you're burning stuff today. You are trying to do what you can to help Heather out, to get rid of a bad guy. There are too many things that are coming together in this whole thing.
Heather's fucking, she just go get another.
But here's the thing,
That's what she's having.
you haven't said no yet, that it didn't happen, okay? You haven't argued that it didn't happen. You're saying that I don't remember.
Well, I don't, so I can't argue one way or the other. I remember, I tell you guys one way or the other.
So it happened.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? You just need to tell us that it happened.
Tell us the truth, Kevin.
You were there. You helped her clean it up. You helped him take the body up to Pingree Park and dump them in the snow and then light them on fire. You walked over to the dead tree and took branches off of a dead tree and piled branches on top of him. And you lit his body on fire. Just like you were burning stuff today. It's indisputable.
You know what other story, something I felt, Kevin? These messages, somebody can say, these messages were not sent by Heather. They were sent by you.
You had her phone.
And you had her phone, you were setting this guy up.
She had my phone.
You were
I
setting this
wasn't
guy
even
up.
there.
You were setting this guy up. You were gonna ambush him.
Why would I say him? Why would I care?
Because
She's saying it, she's a whore, that's what she does.
She was
all
having
the
sex
time.
with him, and it was the final straw. You set this guy, Kevin, I'm just telling you what some people might say.
Right.
You set this guy up, you lured him to Heather's house. You killed him, okay? But you know what? I don't think that's what happened. I don't think you lured him there with the intent to kill him, okay? But some people are gonna say that. I think what happened is you were put in a bad situation, and you did what any devoted man would do.
I wasn't even there, guys. I wasn't. I was the next day when I was up at that restaurant, I was up there.
Yeah?
Kevin, remember your faith. Remember that cross around your neck. Remember your devotion to being a good guy, to doing what's right. And we're going to know what's right. This is your chance to be right now. And by telling us what happened. And you know what happened. This is your chance to tell us what happened.
Ask Heather if she can tell you if she wants.
And then when Heather tells us what you did,
Whatever she says, I'll agree to. I'll agree to whatever she tells you guys.
Well, what, along those lines, Kevin, what do you think Heather's gonna say? Tell us in your mind what Heather is gonna say about that night, the night you were there, The night Scott was there and the night she was there. What is Heather gonna say? Heather's gonna have her story. You need to have yours. And saying I can't remember is not a story. That's not your side.
No, that's what sucks. I honestly don't think it's really not ask Heather.
So what's Heather gonna say?
I don't know. I think she'd say, I'm not telling you guys that I wasn't there.
Well, we know you were there. Okay? This is your chance. This is your chance, Kevin, to tell us what happened. Get your side of the story out.
Doesn't matter if the guy's still dead. And with my record, I'll probably just go pick the needle or whatever.
You know what, Kevin?
Okay.
We're not looking at we're talking about what happened on the 8th, on the 9th, nothing before that. As far as I'm concerned, you have a clean slate.
Thanks. Look at that. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
What is Heather gonna tell us?
What are you sorry about?
I'm sorry, I can't remember until you guys were
Kevin?
what happened. Because I don't, the way I remember it, I went there,
Kevin?
you know, I'll go out.
We just heard back from Glen Echo Resort. What do you think they told us?
Did I had scrambled eggs? What?
That you guys went there?
Oh, bullshit, we were there. I guarantee you, Paul Heather's credit card statements from the liquor store up top.
We pulled the credit card statements from Glen Echo.
Right, from the liquor store. Yeah, we were there, I guarantee you. If you guys are gonna lie to me, I'm trying to be as honest as I can with you guys. If you guys
Have we lied to you yet?
just now, yeah. Or it's a forgive me, it's a miscommunication between Glen Echo and you guys.
But we haven't lied about anything else that's been going on in this entire conversation. Why would we lie to you now?
Well, I don't know, right? But I know what I know. You know what I mean?
How did you guys pay for the breakfast?
That's what I'm trying to think. I know she got liquor. Okay, I paid for the breakfast. Because I told her, I get the breakfast, you get the dinner. I wish I could remember the exact amount of the ticket. Yeah. I remember a Stephen Crown Ron is $7.99. One from there is probably still in the back of my car. We went to that restaurant, guys. I don't know nothing about this guy getting fired down. I don't know nothing about whatever happened between him and Heather at Heather's house when I wasn't there.
You were there.
No, I wasn't, man. I wasn't.
And then you dropped his car off at King Supers on Tuesday.
Go away.
So here's the deal, Kevin. This stuff, like I said, is irrefutable. That this stuff, it's fact. What do you think people are going to believe? Fact or I can't remember? Or a blackout?
Well, no matter what people believe, because, I mean, people don't believe what they want to anyway. And I'm sorry, I can't remember. You know what I mean? But
You can remember.
what's that?
You can remember. And I can tell you right now is that, I'm not an expert in reading people, I've been doing this for a very long time.
Oh, I'm sure you're a lot more of an expert than others, you know.
But listen to me for a second, okay? Your body language, when we talk about certain things about this case, you shut it off because you don't want to accept that you know about it. It really bothers you, certain portions about this case, okay? Just your reaction
Ugly.
to that.
It's ugly.
It is ugly. But you know what? The problem with it is that it happened, and we need to get past that we don't remember because we do, okay? And when I start talking to you about his body being dumped and him set ablaze, just your body responds to that. You don't like that.
No, that's like, it's
It
wrong.
really bothers you, but it happened. And you were there, and you remember being there. And you gotta let us know that you were there, that that was what this was about. Okay? I can tell you right now that the injury to Scott, okay, was rough. It was tough. Okay? That was a crime of passion. Okay? You're really upset about that. Your reaction to that tells me that you were there, that you saw it, that you don't want to see it again, that was tough for you. It was tough for Heather. And if it was Heather, or if it was you, at this point it doesn't matter. Okay? But you were there. It happened, and you did what you needed to do.
Don't remember being there.
Yeah, you
I
did.
left.
You left the next morning with Scott. Scott rode with you up in the car, up the Pooter Canyon to Fingry Park.
I came back and Heather was sick. She said she'd been torn up all night. So she wanted to let him get something killed his moms, go to the lodge, get something to eat, drink some beer, and just kind of like hang out.
Okay, so she was sick. She was upset because of what happened. She was upset because Scott was still in her house. And Scott was no longer with us. Scott was dead. Okay? Scott was dead inside her house overnight. And the next morning, you guys loaded him up after wrapping him up, putting him in the back of your car, and you guys drove up the Pooter Canyon, because that's what your cell phones tell us.
I wanted there to eat, but I don't know nothing about this dude, Scott.
You know everything about Scott.
Doesn't matter if I had to go free and just shoot me right here, right
What's
now.
that?
I said it doesn't matter what happened.
It does matter what happened.
Just give Heather and get out of jail free card and just fucking
That's not gonna happen.
save the court some fucking money.
Well, if you tell us what happened that night,
Wish I could remember.
We know Scott was killed. We know he was killed at Heather's.
Really?
We know that the three of you were there.
No, I was not there. I'm sorry, I can't be any more help, guys.
that's Scott. That's the guy that was over at Heather's.
Yeah, I don't recognize him. I've never seen him before.
I think that's. There's Scott. Scott's got a family.
And that's tragic.
And we need to tell the family. Okay? We have to have answers for the family. Even if Scott was a bad guy,
Right, his family doesn't deserve this.
his family doesn't deserve that.
Right.
And you can give them a present.
I wish I could.
Okay, you told us that you wanted us to shoot you. Okay, we're not gonna do that. All right, we're not gonna harm you.
To make his family
No,
and to keep everybody.
no. What would
Nice.
help his family is if we had some answers for his family.
Well, I don't have any answers.
Yeah, you do. Okay? You want Heather to go free. Okay? By telling us what you did, that might get Heather free. It may set her free. I don't know. But you need to tell us what you did.
To get out of free, what I gotta say.
You need to tell us the truth. Tell us what happened that night. Tell us why it happened. Okay? Because something happened. You want to tell us. I'm telling you right now that by you telling me that you want Heather to be free because you're standing up. You're standing up as a man, being devoted to your woman, being dependable for her. You're being her foundation. And by you telling us what you did that night, will help us understand. And you will set Heather free. Heather won't have to worry about how devoted you are and how loving you are and how dependable you are. No, she does. And you have another chance to show her, just like you did Saturday night.
No.
Just like Saturday night, you showed her how dependable and how loving of a boyfriend that you are. You have another chance.
That's not fucking.
So you hurt somebody?
Dependable. No, I said by hurting somebody.
Okay.
That's not.
We are getting closer
That's not
to understanding.
Being dependable or.
To Heather, it is.
Whatever you were saying, I don't know. I got no idea what Heather. What it would take to make her love me. I got no idea. I've been trying and I gave up.
Well, you know what? Let's try again.
Took all my light out of me.
Because Kevin, you're not the only one who was there that night. Heather was there that night too. So the blame or whatever is not squarely on your shoulders. And fall on Heather too.
Can't I just go on with whatever she says?
What's she gonna say, Kevin?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't fucking remember.
And then let's start just minute by minute, okay? Let's go back to February 8th, Saturday evening, and just talk minute by minute. Okay. So tell us, where did you park your car when you showed up at her house? Like I said, minute by minute.
I don't even remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you wearing? Remember what you were wearing?
Yeah, I took one flight 4 days straight.
Okay. What was that?
My boots.
The boots you're wearing now?
Yeah. Look like that.
Only pair of boots?
What's that?
Did you say the only pair of boots?
What did I have here? I've got more of a parachute.
What kind of pants do you have on?
Pants like these.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of shirt were you wearing?
early because it was cold coming off the pass.
Okay. So you park your car. You don't remember parking your car. I want you to tell me what happened from the second you shut your car door.
I remember I pulled in, and it was pulled up far enough. I pulled in, the driver was right behind her.
Behind her? Okay. And then tell me, you shut your car door and walk me through what happened.
I pretty much like skipped to the door to knock.
Okay. How many times did she answer right away? Did it take her a little bit to answer? If it helps you close your eyes to help remember that.
I remember the door was open about 6 inches. I knocked.
Did you knock or ring the doorbell?
I just knocked.
Okay. Did the door open when you knocked?
No, the screen doesn't go like that.
So Kevin, you live there on and off. Is it pretty typical for you to knock at your own door?
Out of respect, after I lived there for 5 years. Um, After I moved out, yeah, but he's not called before I come over.
Okay. Is it dark? Is it dusk?
No, it's like 4:30.
Okay. So when you see through the door that's cracked open.
Yep, yep, and she's over by some, on the far side of this little cute white table she's got. She had like this little sitting room she built, just like really nice, really tasteful. I think she was coming out of there and she looked up. Her hair kind of like short, but kind of like was fluff, and like she just took a step. And I remember she smiled. And I was so grateful that she smiled because I was like, okay.
What was she wearing?
Um, don't remember what I was watching the horn for 4 days, but trying to get over the mountains. Um, I can't remember what she was wearing. No, I can't remember what she was because I looked in her eyes. Her smile, she came up and she was friendly. She was real friendly. She said she's happy to see me.
And what'd she say?
Well, then I told her that she'd lend me money on my phone. I'd take her and the boys out for dinner. And then her face just fell. Then her whole attitude changed. And I thought it was because I asked her for money. Yeah, and then she told me that she had a date. But she said she could make money anyway. And then I went back out of my car and I left because I didn't want to be blocking the sidewalk to get the lady over there. She has a walker and she blocked the sidewalk. It's really hard for her to make it to the phone box.
Tell us what you did next.
I think so far as long ago to me, I can't remember.
It was a week ago, 8 days ago.
Yeah, I don't remember. I sure as hell didn't kill nobody. Just for any reason, but yeah, I bring my loyalty to others. I've proved that time and time and time again.
So Kevin, you say that you have a condition that where you can't remember, you just kind of,
Still disassociation, something. I
and
don't
it's
know.
usually associated with traumatic events or stressful events?
Um, I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure. I'm pretty sure that it was caused by a traumatic event. When I was going to a lot of therapy about it, and I was making really good progress with EMDR, and then I disassociated during the session, and then the therapist dropped me and said, I just remembered coming back, because she says, I need to ask you to leave my office right now. And I said, why? And she was just leave. And then she called me like 2 hours later, and she says, you just checked out. She goes, I'm not ready for that. I can't handle that. We're going to continue.
So I just want to make sure we have this right. So you can remember what you just explained to me, but nothing else that night. But yet you can remember driving up to Glen Echo and that Heather paid for alcohol with a credit card. That very minute detail of something, but you can't tell me anything that happened Saturday night. Is that what you're telling me? Is that the story you want to stick with? And we know Scott was killed Saturday night. And you're sticking with the story that you can't remember anything Saturday night, but yet you can remember that your girlfriend paid for liquor with a credit card the next morning. A pretty minute detail. Is that your story?
It sounds like it. It doesn't sound,
Doesn't sound good.
no, it doesn't sound good at all.
It's not believable.
That's why it's really important that you tell us what happened. You tell us the truth. Because the one I just proposed, nobody is going to believe that you checked out for 12 plus hours, 15 hours, and then all of a sudden you can remember going up and you can remember details of going to breakfast. You can remember a new waitress. Nobody's going to believe that, Scott, Kevin.
You're right. That's the best I can do. Oh, maybe I would be trying to work on it.
Where's Heather at?
She's probably over my house, right by the college or by the hospital. Um, yeah, about the 16th and 14th. Who knows?
Well,
I'm sorry, guys. I tried helping, okay? I know you guys don't believe me that I don't believe or I don't remember. No, I'm sorry.
well,
And I'm sorry we can't give God's family facts on what happened.
let me ask you this. The clothes that you were wearing at night, where are those clothes at?
In my sick
Okay. What else is in your zipper?
insurance card, phone charger, um, tools, more codes, jumper cables. I don't know, man.
Are we gonna find anything inside your car that belongs to Scott?
I don't see how.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's just a coincidence that a person that has a cell phone connect to about the same location that your cell phone connected with on one night is heading to the Pingree Park area of the Cooter Canyon, same location where he was placed? Okay. Do you think that's a coincidence that you were heading to the same location where he was last seen to the place where he was found?
Well,
Do you think that's a coincidence?
And the fact that he was at Heather's house the night before.
Maybe I didn't word that question correctly, but do you think that all of this is a coincidence? Do you think all of that is a coincidence that Heather hits him up, says, come on over. I just got out of the shower. Bring some beer. Did you drink all the Crown? Same Crown that you and Heather probably shared at the house? Do you think it's a coincidence that all that activity is going on? Okay. That your cell phones were then pinging Cooter Canyon? Your car was seen passing by Sunday morning, 8:37 in the morning. Do you think all this is a coincidence?
I don't know what to think about any of that. Yeah,
I don't think it's a coincidence.
I know that, I'm not gonna sit there and argue with you, but I know, I might not know where I was, but I know where I wasn't. You know, and I know I was gonna eat breakfast. Yeah. But I wasn't there. Um, and as far as this, I used to have her on my phone account, and I told her, get your own phone account, because I couldn't help myself. I would try and I'd go look at her call history, see who she's screwing around with, who she's calling, who she's texting. And it's like, just stop.
So you've been looking through her phone to see who she's been hooking up with?
Well, I used to get it on my bill statement, yeah.
Billing statements don't have any of that information on there.
Yeah, they do. Verizon, you can get it as a PDF. You can download it. It tells you who they called, how many minutes. Look at me. I know what I know. And what I don't know, I don't know. But I know what I know. Okay? Yeah. But, I mean, she's had her own phone for, I don't know, probably since July, you know?
So one of the things that doesn't make any sense to me is that you told me that Sunday morning that Heather called you and said, hey, I'm not feeling good. She was up all night, throwing up all night. Why do you think that she was so upset that she was throwing up all night long?
And I don't know if she called me or if I went over to check on her. I don't know how she let me know.
Well, you said that she told you that she wasn't feeling good, and you came over to the house.
Yeah,
And you figured that you'd take her up to Pooter Canyon to go get some breakfast.
she loves that canyon. It's beautiful up there.
Okay, so
Great memories of turning at that lodge.
you're in the middle of Greeley at 35th Avenue and 20th Street, and you guys are driving literally 60 to 80 miles across Will County, Larimer County to the Pooter Canyon, past Ted's place, up past the Mishawaka where you're on video, just to go get breakfast.
Yeah, we could.
If her stomach's upset, riding in a car.
Well, that's why we were driving so far, is to give her some fresh air and let her.
So, I'm having a hard time understanding how all this is a coincidence. Okay. So, I'm confused. I need to take a break. Okay. I think that you probably need to take a break as well and kind of collect your thoughts. Okay.
Try my best.
That's all I can ask from you is to try your best to tell the truth. Okay. Do you want to keep talking, or do you want to take a break and use the restroom? Do you need to?
I'd like to be able to use the restroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want some food? Do you want something to eat?
Yeah, a little snack would be okay. Yeah, I'd like something to eat, but yeah, please.
Just because this is a secure facility, like, people just can't walk in and out and walk around, I'll just walk into the bathroom with you, give you your privacy, and then we'll
Sure.
get back out and get you some food to eat, okay?
All right.
I'll take him, go to the bathroom, get to the,
Yeah.
Appreciate you talking with us so far.
Could I just throw like one crazy scenario out there?
Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. No,
Okay, it's just hypothetically, okay? Saturday at 4, what the hell ever, whenever I got there, and did my thing with my phone and split. I knew that she shouldn't be drinking because it was a Saturday night and she had to work Sunday. So there's been quite a few times where she's drank and she has to work the next day, where I'll either let her borrow my car or I'll come and I'll wake her up and give her a ride to work. So I went back up on 4 on Sunday to 4 a.m. to make sure she was up. Yeah, she said she was feeling better. She's gonna go to work, but she couldn't blow numbers on her car. Because of her breathalyzer, she wanted to know if she could borrow my car. And I said, yeah, if I can sleep in the garage, I don't care. And then later that day, she told me that she didn't go to work. And over the next, I didn't see her again until Monday. Sunday morning at 4. I think it was Monday morning when she was heading out the door for work. I heard her start a car because I was still in the garage at that point. And she just asked me to cover for her if her boss Allie called her.
okay, well, we know you were there all night, so.
Okay.
um,
Okay. So here's the deal. we know new stuff, okay? Okay, and we can continue, hold on a second.
Yes, sir.
We know some stuff, okay? There's been some new developments, all right? And we are in here to talk to you to get the truth, okay? And if we're gonna continue to lie, if you're gonna continue to lie, this conversation's gonna be over with, okay? We're only in here to talk to you about the truth. Do you understand that? Okay?
We'd love to hear the truth from you.
Tell us the truth.
You're ready. You are ready for this. I'm ready to tell us the truth.
Praying hard, guys.
What's that?
I said, I've been praying hard, guys. I have. Yeah, I don't know the truth. My head's too scrum.
I think you do know what the truth is. And I want to hear it. I know that you want to say it.
Did you know that it would be cool for Scott's family to know that he was killed? I guess it doesn't matter. They just shouldn't know he's a rapist.
And that's not anything we're gonna share with his family.
So tell us about that.
They're already in enough grief. We can't. It's
You can't, Kevin, you're a strong man.
on some things,
You can tell us the truth. You know the truth. And I guarantee right now, you've got a ton of bricks on your shoulder, man. You got a huge weight on you. And I guarantee you, when you say the truth, that's gonna be a big burden lifted off of your shoulders. I tell you that right now. You wanna tell us the truth. And you know the truth.
maybe parts.
Okay, tell us the parts you know.
Okay, let it go, Kevin. Let it go, you can do it.
No. It's right there, but
What are you worried about?
I'm not worried about nothing. Yeah, whatever went on is just too bad. My brain's protecting itself and won't let me recall it. I know you don't believe me, I'm sorry, but.
We're not talking about that anymore, okay? Because we know that's not true.
Okay.
Okay? So let's just start talking about the truth. Okay? Tell us what's at the forefront of your mind that you want to tell us. This might be a lot easier when this starts rolling.
There's nothing there
Okay? Let's talk about what we do know.
about my.
Okay? Let's start talking about what we do know. Okay? We know that you were at the house on Saturday afternoon, the 8th.
Okay, on the afternoon, yeah. I did stop by.
We know that you were in the house. Okay?
Oh, I didn't go in the house.
We know that you were with Heather. Okay, let's stop with the lies. Okay? We know that you were with Heather. We know that Scott stopped by. We know that you stayed the entire night. And we know that you drove up the Poudre Canyon with Heather and Scott's body in the back of your car, past the Mishawaka at 8:37 in the morning to Pingree Park. What we know is untrue is that you went to Glen Echo for breakfast. Okay, we contacted the Glen Echo restaurant. There was 2 or 3 customers that day, and they weren't you. All right?
There was like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with you guys.
The other things that we're gonna know is that last night, you were with Heather. Is that correct? What time did you see Heather last night?
Whenever we got back from London, it's right forward.
Okay. And what happened from there?
We're taking in the groceries in her apartment. She just got all freaked out.
Okay, and then did you leave her house? Was she with you?
I'm gonna back up. What was she so freaked out about, Kevin? She freaked out about this situation and you guys trying to cover this? This is the time to be
That would
honest,
be a good probability, yeah.
okay? What was she saying to you? Why was she freaking out? Did she think you guys were gonna get caught?
She was definitely freaked out over the whole situation.
What situation?
She wanted, obviously, over you fucking being dead.
From her house. Tell us why she was freaking out.
She didn't really tell me. She keeps a lot of shit to herself. I mean, she's a hard person to read.
How did you know that she was freaking out if she didn't tell you that she was freaking out?
Just, I knew by the way that she was just mad and just the way that she acts. But I asked her, what's wrong? Let's talk about it. We can work through this. And she's just like, I can't even stand to look at you. I want you to leave.
Why couldn't she look at you?
I don't know. She tells me that a lot. On Christmas, December 22nd of this last year, she called me up out of the blue when we're supposed to have Christmas dinner with the kids. And I was just trying to put in context. She said she never wanted to see or hear my voice again. So that's just the way she just gets hateful like that sometimes. And I used to stay there and fight with her and scream and argue and push and shove, and now I just leave.
All right, we're kind of going around in circles and you're telling us untruths. Okay, we've told you that you're lying to us. You know you're lying to us. We've given you so many opportunities.
I'm not, you guys have given me a lot of opportunities.
So you're telling me the last time you saw Heather was yesterday afternoon, and then you left her house by yourself. Is that right? Because that's what you just said a couple minutes ago.
Did you leave her house with her or without her?
I left without her to go get her.
Okay. I'm going to show you a video of a camera that's facing her house from last night. It says February 15th, 2020 at 5:17 p.m. and 20 seconds. Okay? And it goes to 5:18 and 10 seconds. Okay? Now I want you to watch right up there. Oh, it's not playing. That's you and Heather walking out of the house. She's wearing a white coat. She's carrying some stuff and you're walking behind her.
We told you we have new developments.
She's in the front seat of your car. You put something in the back seat. You get in the car. She doesn't get out. No, hold on a second. We're watching this real quick, okay?
Well, I was just going to show
Hold on a
you.
second. No, we're watching this.
Okay.
Okay, that's your car. And you drive away. And you want to know what this tells us? What we know is that you drove away with Heather last night and she never returned to your house or to her house. And that we had a tracker on your car and we tracked you going out to the house.
It's time to start talking.
This is the time that you need to talk. If you're not gonna tell us the truth, then this conversation is over, okay? So this is your chance, Kevin. Look at me, this is your chance. There's another new development. Troy, who's out at the farm this morning, is currently in contact with Will County Sheriff's Office investigators, and he is talking. This is your chance to get in front of what he's saying. Kevin, look at me. Kevin, we need to start talking. You need to start telling us something. We can't keep going round and round with lies and stuff that's not true.
Right?
So start telling us the truth about what happened. What's Troy going to tell the Will County investigators? Because if Troy talks and you don't, where does that go?
Was somebody else in the car with you and Heather when you went up to dump Scott's body?
Troy's going to tell us what happened. Troy's going to tell us everything that happened. This is your chance, Kevin.
Tell us what happened the night Scott was killed.
Let's start there. No more games, Kevin. Tell us what happened. Okay, tell us. You can tell us. Troy's gonna start talking.
That's okay. You guys go talk to him. He probably knows more than I do.
He what?
He probably doesn't know anything. I don't know, guys.
All right, Kevin. Heather's dead. You know she's dead. Scott's dead. You need to start talking to us.
This is spiraling out of control, and you need to stop spiraling. You need to tell us exactly what happened. Let's put an end to this entire problem. Tell us what happened, and that solves the problem.
Just go get a gun and shoot me in the head.
No.
I'm putting into all of it.
No. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you talking to us and telling us what happened.
If for nothing else, Kevin, just so Scott's family can kind of wrap their head around what happened. And so Heather's boys can wrap their head around what happened. Okay? They deserve to know what happened. There's one person that knows exactly what happened, and that's you.
You know what happened. Kevin, you know what happened. What? You can't hide from it. Let's start with Saturday night at Heather's house with Scott. What happened with Scott?
You guys aren't gonna believe me. I already told you. I don't
Something
know.
is better than nothing. Tell us.
I don't know what happened with Scott. I don't know what happened with Scott. I came.
Okay, you came, you were starting to say something.
Yeah, I was just gonna piss you guys off because you're not gonna believe it. And I gave my word that I just keep my fucking mouth shut.
You gave your word to who?
If I tell, it's just as good as telling. Like, I don't have nothing left. I mean, I never really had Heather anyway.
You never what?
I never really had Heather anyway. I definitely won't have her after this. So all I got is just that little piece of my word.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
No.
I need you to look at me. Okay. There. For the first time, I just saw some real emotion from you. Okay? We've been going out this for a little while now.
Well, that's fucking me, guys, man.
All right, well, hold on a second. I don't think you're a bad guy.
Usually I'm not.
Why don't we start over? Square one. Kevin, look at me for a second. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for telling me the truth, finally, okay?
It's one brick
Hey,
off your back.
and is the weight coming off of your shoulders?
I don't have no weight on my shoulders, guys.
Okay.
I
So,
don't.
so what room was the mess in?
Guys, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I promise nobody.
You can't because you told somebody you wouldn't?
Who did you tell that to?
I can't see that either. That'd be just as bad as fucking telling everything I know.
Was it Heather's kids?
I don't believe her kids knew anything about anything.
Who else was there?
I'm not sure.
Was Heather there? Is that what this conflict is over? Is that Heather was there and you gave your word to Heather?
Like I said, I can't tell you anything, or it'll just you guys will.
I don't think I'm not going to accuse you of lying to me if you tell me. I will promise you that.
Kevin, you told us there was a big mess. That's a huge step.
And then you dry heaved a couple times in the sink.
Yeah, like fucking 20.
Okay. So what
The shoe
room?
was all fucking. I don't know what you call it.
You need a trash can?
Kevin, breathe. Okay. Hey, Kevin, pick your head up and breathe, okay? In and out. In through your nose, and out through your mouth. Kevin, what room was it in? Was it in the living room?
Gentlemen, I can't say. I can't say. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the only thing I've got. My word, and I promised. I can't give that up, please. I'll give up my whole life, but I can't give that up. I know it doesn't make sense.
Who are you trying to save here? Why are you giving up yourself for somebody else? Because right now, you are in this room with us. That other person is not. And the unfortunate thing is that we are risking everything right now for this conversation.
Do what?
10 years from now, are you gonna wanna remember this conversation that it went this way?
I got CTE.
Oh,
No, I'm just saying.
No.
I'll be alive in 10 years.
okay.
If so, I'll be
So
60 now.
here's the deal. Kevin, we were talking about what happened with Scott and Heather
Right.
on the 8th of February at her house in Greeley. Okay?
You said you dry heaved and there was a big mess.
Where was the big mess at? Because you obviously dry heaved in the sink in the kitchen. Where was the mess at?
Guys, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
Kevin, I'm going to tell you the truth about something right now. Okay? I told you that we were at Heather's house. Right now, our crime scene folks are out there. They are working the scene. Okay? What are they going to find and where? Those are the big questions. We need to find out from you, though. Okay? Where was the mess at?
If your texts are any good, they'll find it for sure.
What's that?
I said, if you guys' texts are any good, they'll be able to find it for sure.
So after you said there was a big mess and you dry heaving, you looked at the ground and you made a motion with your hands, like a shaking motion. Tell me about that. Was Scott on the floor? Just little bits by bits, okay? Okay, Kevin? Was Scott on the floor?
I can't say, guys, I can't.
I don't think he's on the floor. There's lots of rooms in the house and
The reason I was doing that was because of
it's tough, Scott, but you know what? Kevin, you gotta tell us the truth. You gotta tell us what happened. You've given us little bits and we appreciate that. And I'm sure this was an extremely difficult experience for you. And you know what? It's probably an experience that you were put in the middle of. You didn't ask to be put there, but because of other people's choices, you were there. And you were in the middle of it. You didn't decide to be in the middle of it. Other people made those choices for you. That's not real fair.
there had been.
You can say it, Scott. You can say it.
Kevin. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Was Scott alive when you were at the house? Do you remember Scott being alive?
I told you I didn't know Scott.
Scott's where the mess is. Okay? Scott's at the house.
There was just a mess.
What was the mess? Let's start there. What was that mess? Was it blood? Okay. Was the mess blood?
Gentlemen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
What are you sorry about?
So you go over to the house. Heather's at the house. You go inside the house. We know that you're inside the house. Okay? You didn't just talk to her at the door and then leave. You went inside. Scott, the musician from Greeley, that Heather went and saw at the bars and was intimate with, that you said Heather claimed that he raped her. He's not the great guy in the world, okay? He's not the best guy here. You went into the house and Scott was dead in the house. Or was he alive?
Please.
You can say it. And you helped Heather clean up the mess because you're the devoted boyfriend. Kevin, it's okay. Take some deep breaths.
Just a little bit too much.
Well, Kevin, what happened? That's all I'm asking, what happened? It's a simple question, and there's a simple answer. And the simple answer is you telling us what happened. Hey,
I don't know, it could have been an accident, I don't know. Something definitely happened.
tell us. Tell us what you remember seeing.
You know what I think happened? Kevin, I think you wanted to confront this guy. And, you know, you're a strong guy, probably take care of your own. And, maybe rough him up a little bit. And it got to the point where it went beyond that. But you didn't mean it to get beyond that.
Never solves nothing, I won't even head down that road to begin with. Especially over somebody that has been screwing or that's been raped by, because it's happened so many times that, yeah, I'm known to that. That's not gonna evoke any kind of an emotional reaction out of me.
Let me ask you this. Were you going over to the house to get Heather out of that situation because you thought it was going to be bad?
I went over to the house because I know that she gets too drunk and I didn't want her to lose her job.
Okay.
And I sure her car won't start. And she'd been drinking past a certain time, past 8 p.m. And she drinks past 8, she knows her car won't start. Yeah. She looked her on the phone in the past, and it's just easier to just go in there and make sure she's up and get her right.
You said earlier that you thought that this was an accident. Okay, look at me. Breathe, okay? You said earlier that you thought that this was an accident. Describe the accident to me. Tell me what the accident was. Kevin, you can say it. What was the accident?
Sorry, guys. I can't remember.
Hey, we're not talking about that anymore, okay? Look at me. That's not truthful. We're going to be truthful today, okay? We're going to end this conversation on a positive note. We're going to be truthful about what happened last Saturday. We're going to be truthful about last night as well, okay? Look at me, okay? promise me that you're gonna be truthful.
I'm trying to do my best.
No, I want you to be completely truthful with me, okay? Tell me about the accident. Because whoever you said that you were promising doesn't matter anymore because it's you and me and Ryan right here. Kevin, you and Ryan. Those are the only three people that are gonna know what happened. Okay, you need to tell us. Be truthful. Who are you afraid of? Kevin, who are you afraid of? You don't want to say something because you're afraid it's going to hurt somebody. You're afraid of something. What are you afraid of?
I just don't want to break my word. That's all.
Your word to who?
To anybody ever.
Okay. Your word in this situation to who? Kevin, look at me. Kevin.
I can't tell you that because
You can. Because that doesn't tell me anything. It just tells us what the speed bump is.
And Kevin, your word in a situation like this where someone lost their life, the truth is more important than keeping your word. You understand? So the truth in this situation is more important
the cops.
than your word. So, where was Scott hurt?
Someplace pretty serious. Like,
Remember, the truth is more important than your word in this situation.
Where was he hurt? You can see it. You just told us that you could see it. Describe it to us.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. It had to be someplace serious for that amount of fucking blood.
So there was a lot of blood there. Where was the blood at?
Every fucking where. Every fucking where.
Was it in the kitchen or was it in the dining room? Was it in the living room? Was it in the bedroom? Where? Kevin? Kevin? Breathe. Remember the truth. Your conflict right now that you are struggling with right now will be gone. All you have to do is tell us where it was.
But it was everywhere. Every fucking where. Everywhere. Everywhere. Everywhere.
And where was Scott?
Kevin? Where was Scott?
Remember, the truth is the only thing that matters here.
Kevin, where was Scott?
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, you've been giving us little bits of truth. Justin and I appreciate that. You've told us there was a lot of blood. You told us the drive heaved.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
I got really
Hey, that makes two of us, brother. So you see a lot of blood.
Was the blood there when you first got there, or was the blood there after you'd been there for a while?
Like bottom level, I seen it. And it just went out of fucking control after that. I mean, it just.
Who else?
I didn't have my phone. But I suggested it would be legitimate idea to just call the police now. Because this is serious.
Who did you tell that to? Did you say that to Heather?
It didn't do any good. It doesn't matter who I said it to.
Was there somebody else there other than Heather and Scott?
I didn't see Scott. But I can't say no more, guys. I can't. I don't. In the days afterward, everybody having a different what ifs and scenarios and theories and explanations. It's just too much. I don't know how accurate anything that I remember is or is going to be. There was just a lot of stuff going on. There was a lot of emotions. There was a lot of fucked up shit that should have never happening.
Well, tell us about some of that. Tell us about some of the stuff that shouldn't have happened, but it did happen.
Um,
Heather. Let's not hide this anymore. No more hiding. No more protecting anybody else but yourself. And this is the time to protect yourself. And you need to tell us what's going on. Describe it to us.
Thank you, guys.
Haven't you been strong up to this point? You've given us little bits and pieces. Like I said before, we appreciate that.
You guys have been completely decent with me. And I'm sorry, I can't do more. I it's not. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, well, let's fucked up about it.
it go, Kevin. Let it go. You can let it go. Kevin? You want to talk? Okay.
But I can't.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, Kevin. Tell us about last night.
Where did you and Heather go?
I remember leaving her at the house when she was fucking pissed off. I seen the video.
She was with you.
That car had a little black thing like what was missing on the other one. That's what I went to show you. On the pictures in front of Mr. Walker. Yeah, it's gone.
You already told us you went up there.
Oh, no.
So-
Yeah, no, that's,
Whose car is that? Is that yours?
there's a lot of those around. I don't know.
Well, we know what
I don't
yours
know.
are.
I've got one that's almost identical to that.
We need to, because we're not even gonna argue that.
Right.
So Kevin,
But the one in the video, that black thing was on there.
tell me about last night, Kevin.
I did. I told you, I fucking Heather and I got to fight. And
She gets in the car with you.
I left her there at the house at
No.
4:15. She
Kevin,
told me to
just
leave.
watch- Kevin,
I seen the video. You ain't gotta show me again. You ain't gotta show me again.
I'm gonna show you again.
What happened last night? We found the burn pit, and we found what was in the burn pit. We found who was in the burn pit.
There wasn't nobody in the burn pit. I burned weeds this morning in household trash. No,
Okay.
We're gonna talk
Stop.
about this.
Let's stop with the lies.
that's not the lies. That's the fucking truth.
I think the truth deserves to be told. Like Heather deserves for the truth to be told, her boys deserve for the truth to be told. Okay, don't disrespect her and don't disrespect her boys. I'm not being honest with this. And right now, you're not being honest with this. Last night, you leave her house with her in the car.
No.
I mean, Kevin, we're not asking you if that's true or not. You saw it, we saw it, you know it's true. Okay?
No, I don't know it's true. That's a different car than mine.
It's the same car you were contacted in this morning by Sergeant Robbins. We're not gonna dispute that. Okay? We need the truth. The truth needs to be told out of respect for Heather, respect for her boys.
I'm done talking, guys. I'm sorry.
Kevin, look at me for a second. Okay. Troy's talking.
Good for Troy. Good for Troy. Yeah. I gotta keep my word.
To who do you need to keep your word to?
I already told you.
You haven't told us anything. You promised me that you'd tell me the truth.
Promise you I tried to the best of my ability. I know you're not gonna like it, you're not gonna believe it, but shit is really fucked up and scrambled up here, man.
Tell us the truth about last night then.
We showed you the video of her.
Why did Heather end up the way she did? Was she just pushing your buttons?
She was freaking out and you got upset. You got scared.
I told you guys that is a really mean trick. There's nothing wrong with Heather. I'm not gonna ask. It's just how she ended up out, but I'm not gonna fall for it. She's fine. She just didn't doesn't work. She'll be home later tonight. Yeah, she will.
No, we're not lying to you. Everything that we've talked about, we've told you is the truth.
And you know it's the truth.
Heather is dead.
I told you guys that's a mean game to play. Don't do that. Please.
Kevin. Look at me. Kevin. Look at me. Look at me. Kevin.
It was okay.
Kevin. Look at me.
It was okay. 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 It was okay.
If Heather's okay, then who is out in Will County?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
If you're telling me Heather's okay, then who is out in Will County?
Who is out in Will County? I don't understand.
Who's in the burn pit?
Well, to my knowledge, nobody's in the burn pit.
Kevin, there's a body in the bottom of the burn pit. Who is that? The burn pit that you were tending to this morning.
Right, I was burning weeds and household trash. I used gasoline to start the trash bags on fire. I didn't see nobody.
Who helped you with that? Did Troy help you with that?
No, he went inside to lay down.
Was Troy there? Because Heather was out there with you. Who else besides Troy was there?
There was nobody in the burn pit.
Hey, Kevin, look at me. I haven't lied to you. Look at my face. I haven't lied to you. I'm not lying to you now. Okay?
It's true.
Kevin, look at me. Look at me. We have a problem here. Okay? And the problem is that we have Scott, who died at Heather's house back last Saturday night, and that your car was seen going up Cooter Canyon to Pingree Park to dispose of his body and burn his body. Okay? And now, last night, we had a tracker on your car. And your car went out to the farm.
So I told you she threw me out. So I went out there and I tried talking to Troy. And he said, yeah, whatever.
When did she throw you out?
It was when we got back from,
Interrogations.
Yeah, everything in London, all that, the receipts would be in the bag. The times,
Kevin, you left her house with her at 5:15. 5:17 to be exact. I showed you the video. I'm not lying to you. You drove away from the house and she didn't return to the house.
I drove away from the house, I went to Troy's, and he just didn't seem receptive to how I was feeling, so I just went out driving around.
Okay. And Heather was with you at that time.
No,
Yeah.
she was there. I seen the video, I know, but I still don't believe it. That's not the way it happened.
She got into your car. And you guys drove out to the farm. Out to Troy's place. Tell me about when you guys got there, when you and Heather got there. Don't shake your head no, because it's the truth. We're talking the truth now. You promised me that you'd be truthful to the best of your ability, okay? I know that you have the ability to tell me the truth right now. You're telling me that you promised somebody that you wouldn't tell me the truth. And I'm having a hard time believing who it is.
I didn't promise somebody I want to tell you the truth. I just promised somebody that I wouldn't say anything. Yeah, any of it, that I've already fucked up and I've said way too much.
Hey Kevin, I noticed when Justin talked about you driving up with Heather to Pinger Park to dispose of the body, you shook your head yes. Your head was down, you shook your head yes. Your body wants to tell us the truth. Your heart wants to tell us the truth.
That's just crazy. We just went up there to eat breakfast.
No, you didn't. You went up there to dispose of a body. Dispose of Scott's body.
Let's start with the simple stuff, okay? Let's forget about Heather, let's forget about Troy. You went up to Pingree Park.
No, I went up to the place to eat.
No, you didn't. We've already told you that that did not happen.
You're right, I didn't even go anywhere. I'm just saying I did to cover somebody's ass. Can I get a lawyer? Sorry, guys. Thank you. I'm sorry I let you down. Yeah, my life's over no matter what, guys.
All right, we're gonna step up for a second.
All right. Thank you for being so fair, gentlemen.